Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and I'm Tushar Goel, and in this tutorial you will learn what is control statements. So let's start the tutorial. So basically a control statements are those statements which are used to control the flow of our computer. For example, if I'm making a program on verifying the age of student, whether whether that student is applicable to make license or not. So I just use some control statements which control the flow of my program so that it can appropriately work. So basically control statements are of three types. First is decision statements, second is loop control statements, and third is jumping statements. So basically these are of three types, and further in first type there are further some statements which are if statement, if else statements, nested if else, if else if ladder, or at the end switch statements. In loop control statements there are three types of loop. First is for loop, second is while loop, and third one is do while loop. And in jumping statements there are four type of statements. First is break, second is continue, third is go to, and fourth is exit. So these all are the control statements, which by using these statements we can control our flow of program. So in this tutorial I will start with decision command statements, that is very first type of control statements. So let's start. So first of all I start with if statement. So basically if statement is a statement which checks whether the condition is true or not. For example, a student will work if its student will go to in playground if its work completed till 1 p.m. So here student is taking as a decision, student taking 1 p.m. as a condition, which means that if he will complete his work before 1 p.m. then he will allow to play, otherwise it will not. So here 1 p.m. is a condition which will be reside in programming in if statement. Here for example here I write age is less than 18. So I just take an example of those students who want to make their driving licenses. So here I take one variable age whose data type is int and whose value is 10. So I just verify his value that age is less than 18. Here age is not less than 18, it is 10. Here 18 is greater than 10, which is true. So on screen you will get an output that you are underage for driving license, which means here condition is not true. That here condition is true, but a student is not applicable for driving license. That's why I write you are underage. So let's run this program. Control F9. Just wait for a minute, I just correct it. Here you can see that you are underage as on output. So now this is all about if statement. Now go to if else statement. If else statement is similar as if statement, but in this statement we can have a appropriate output appropriate statement when condition is not true. For example, a student will allow to play if it finish its homework before 1 p.m. So, but if a student will not complete his work before 1 p.m., then it will not allow to play. So that condition that he will not allow to play will reside in else block. And when a condition is true, that means he will complete his work before 1 p.m. That statements are reside in if block. So basically if block carries the true part, or we can say that where condition is matched, or else part is getting false statements when condition is not matched. For example, here I create another variable age1 who's carrying 21, but here if I did not, here 21 is greater than 18, that means our condition get true, and on output screen we get this statement, that is you are eligible for driving license. So let's run this program. You can see that you are eligible for driving license, but if I change the value, then the if condition is not true, then here else block will execute. For example, I write 17. Now 17 is not greater than 18, that means if condition is not true, so now this time else statements will execute. So let's run this program. Here you can see that you are underage because 17 is less than 18, so we can't give license to those students whose age is less than 18. So let's move to next statement, that is if else ladder. One more thing you have to careful, that is every if has its else. If you not write that else, then you may create some problem for yourself. So it's my request to take care of these things, that every if has its own else, not another ones. So in if else ladder we create a ladder of if else statements, in which its syntax is that if condition now else if, here again condition. Now you can see that now we have a power to put a condition in else part, which is done by else if else ladder. So here I take the similar example, that is int age 2 is equal to 21. If age is greater than 18, then you are applicable. You get permission to drive. If age 2 is greater than 1.5 and age 2 is less than 17, so here you can see that I use and operator. So this operator basically operator which will verify both the condition, that is value of age 2 variable, it should be greater than 15 and it should be less than 17. That means 16 age, if age 2 value is equal to 16, then this condition will execute, otherwise not. So if you want to learn about this operator, you can check my previous videos. I make those videos for you. you can check it and learn it. So here you get permission to drive gearless scooter, else he will underage. See, you are underage. So here you can see that I make a simple if else ladder. That means now here this if starts and here it's else, in which I make one more condition, give one more condition by using else if ladder, and this if having its else part here. So just formatting it. Now here you can see that age 2 is 21. So first of all the block will execute that is if part, because 21 is greater than 18. So I just save it. It's having true error, that is under character constant. Okay, and oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you can say that you get a permission to drive, because here here you can see that age 2 having 21 value, that's why it get permission to drive, because 18 is smaller than 21. But how if I change the value to 16, now again save it and run it. Now you can see that you get permission drive gearless scooter, and this will happen because I make a one condition that will check intermediate age of a student, that whether its age is 15 to 18, then 15 to 17, then it will allow to drive a gearless scooter. If its age is greater than 18, then it will allow gear with gear scooter, otherwise it will not. Or if its age is less than 15, that means that student is underage. So I just write 14. Now you can see that you are underage. So hope you understand this simple if else statements. So next rest of statements that are nested if else and switch statements I will include in next video. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe my channel and share it with your friends, and thank you so much.